You're a wizard, Harry. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I've seen this movie a billion times, but I've only ever finished it once. And that is pretty much summing up this movie. I actually think the start of this movie is the strongest part of the movie. So let's just dive straight into it. We're introduced to wee Harry Potter. Even though we kind of get introduced to Dumbledore, Hagrid, and some decrepit old woman. What do you call her? Professor Maggie. What's the name? What's the fucking name? Professor. Professor. I have no idea what the name is. Anyway, man, right? She's in fucking Professor the Scottish Coffin Dodger. That's what we'll call her, right? We kick off, and then we get introduced to Harry's family. Oh wait, he doesn't have a family; he's an orphan. Not ideal for Harry, but it is what it is for wee Harry. But basically, his auntie is married this fat cunt. You know, his auntie's pish as well. So no, I just made it that she was great, but and he's got a step brother and all. And we're at the zoo, and then he makes this glass disappear. The snake comes out, thanks, and then we're kind of thinking at this point, Harry must be on the gear. But then after Harry keeps getting these letters, and then like we kind of see like how like the family's like ridiculous ideas of trying to stop these letters. Then we get the scene eventually. He's like, "Why is Sunday the best day? Because there's no post on Sundays." And the guy that works for Royal Mail, aye. But no, in this movie, unrealistic. The oils are all sitting there firing through the letterbox, and then they decide to move. But then after they decide to move, Harry is greeted by a fat bastard at the door. It was a funny scene because Hagrid just completely fucking snaps the double barrel shotgun in half. And then at this point, we're introduced to Hagrid. Of course, RIP to big Robbie Catrone. Died recently. A lot of these actors in Harry Potter are dead. I mean, I guess it's 20 years ago, like, but 20 years ago doesn't seem that long ago. Well, 21 years ago, to be exact. And then, like, he gets all his stuff, then he leaves for Hogwarts. He gets to the platform. This is where he meets Ron and his family. Then we get, like, the iconic platform 9 3/4. Totally unrelated to the movie. It's not in the movie. But see people, the guy in real life who tried to run where this platform is and tried to run through the 9 3/4 bit and cracked off the brick wall. Well, what is that all about, actually? Who would actually do that? I don't know who would do that. It's beyond embarrassing. And then we get on the train. We meet Hermione. Hermione. What do you want to call her, man? I'll call her fucking Hermione. Stupid bitch. Anyway. And then that's basically your three characters for this. You've got Harry, you've got Ron, and you've got Hermione. And this is where I wouldn't say my interest in the movie completely died. I mean, it's still a good movie for what it is. It's iconic, you know. But I don't know. I just feel like once they get to Hogwarts and they start doing all the wizard shit, it's like the reviewer in me, the guy wants to just pick holes in movies comes out, and it's like all this stuff. Why? It's like almost so avoidable and stuff, and it is like a cool mystery. But I feel like it only works when you were a kid watching these movies. I remember watching this movie when I was like second or third year at school, which is about 8 years ago, 9 years ago, or maybe probably 8 years ago. Go 8. And you know, you're like 13, 14 at the time. Just didn't give a fuck. You know, that's about it. I just did not care about the movie at that time. It's almost like you needed to watch this movie when you were like, you know, 9, 10 to fully get the element of the movie. But I just didn't care, and that's the bottom line. You know, I mean, it's cool seeing the train, you know, and all the other scenes with because I like trains. I like Thomas the Tank. But you know, then we get the pedo hat. The pedo hat goes on Hermione first. He's like, oh yeah, 11-year-old, and then assigns her a house. Basically, you've got Hufflepuff. Who wants to be in Hufflepuff? With a name like Hufflepuff, you're destined to be bullied and be on the suicide helpline within a week of your arrival at Hogwarts. Simple as that. You know, we don't like Slytherin. You've got Gryffindor. Can't remember what the other party's called. Don't really give a shit. But then we are introduced to a few more characters, of course, as we get there. We're introduced to Malfoy, Alec Rickman, Professor Snape, and then what's that other guy called? I can't fucking... What's that other guy called? Quirrell, Professor Quirrell, you get introduced to him. When we did Quidditch, we basically get introduced to Hogwarts for the first time. So, of course, everyone's going to think this is the best Harry Potter. Is it the best Harry Potter? To me, it probably is, but that's probably because it's just. I feel like in a series of movies, the first one's always going to be considered the best by a lot of people, regardless of what series it is, for different reasons. And I actually didn't know John Cleese was in this. What was it? I didn't know what he was in this. Because I remember seeing him in the credits and thinking, what the fuck's going on at this point? But of course, the whole gimmick of this movie is to do with the Philosopher's Stone. Um, and this is where it kind of loses you. It just talks about magic. You get all these pointless scenes that nobody really cares, but you're kind of watching it like, aye, all this magic stuff that I totally grasp and 120% understand here. But as you go through the movie, they're doing a bit of sneaking about. The three amigos are getting in trouble, but then they get the tension with Hagrid, and Malfoy's thrown in, and he thought he was going to get off it. And I hate the way in kid movies they like. It's so obvious who they paint is like the bad person and who you're supposed to hate. And normally I would actually root for them because I kind of find it cringy, that whole element. But I just don't like Malroy. I don't like Harry and the other two bastards, but Malfoy, whatever you want to call him, he's just a greasy, ugly, big four-headed bastard. It's as simple as that. Like, I don't want to bury an 11-year-old kid at the time, but his hair slicked back like he's fucking Jax Teller. And it's like, mate, you've no right to be Jax Teller. Or anyone's got their hair slicked, Tony Soprano, or, anyone on that level, man. Neville, he's in his PJs. And then at the end, I didn't really like him. Can't skip ahead. The way like Gryffindor's lost and they just win because of the bravery. They took on a three-headed dog. And then they play the chess game, Hermione, Harry and Ron. Harry's the only guy to walk out of this to take on the final scene, because guess what? See that Professor Quirrell guy? It's actually Voldemort. Who's Voldemort? Well, he killed Harry's parents, god damn it. Now, my timeline of these movies is all over the place. I probably need to watch them all again to understand, but, Harry can only kill Voldemort. Hold on, Harry's an 11-year-old boy, but what? At this point, Dumbledore knows this. Why can't Dumbledore, why does Harry need to kill Voldemort? Why does that actually matter? Who told him that needs to happen? Is that the only way he can end Voldemort? Let's just put the fate of humanity and magic in an 11-year-old kid to take on this demon guy, Voldemort. Big, ugly, baldy bastard with no nose. Like, what's going on there? Does anyone else not find that a bit fucking stupid? Stupid to me, but Harry's the hero. We end the movie. He's the man. He defeats Voldemort. I mean, he defeats Quirrell, an 11-year-old boy beating up a grown fucking adult man. I don't care if there's magic involved. That's pish. He can wave his magic wand about all he wants. But see, at the end of the day, if Big Stevie was at Hogwarts, I'd have hit him with an uppercut. He'd have been dead within 3 seconds. And that is where we're going to end this review. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Probably the highest the Harry Potter movies ever getting. If there are a few any more on this channel. But until next time, leave your thoughts down below. I'll date for Fog Entertainment, and peace.